This is not a myth, and this is not a story meant to inspire. What you are about to hear was removed from history not because it was false, but because it was too precise. Long before the first empires, before written language, before gods were given names, humanity was visited, not by conquerors, not by rulers, but by observers. They were called Varani. The Varani did not bring fire. They did not build temples. They did not demand worship. They studied something far more dangerous: emotion. At that time, humans could survive, but they could not feel deeply. Fear existed. Pain existed. Instinct ruled everything, but empathy did not. The Varani understood that a species without empathy can build tools, but will always destroy itself. So they intervened, not openly, not violently. They altered perception, through sound, through rhythm, through subtle changes in neural response. Humans began to feel sorrow for those who were not family, joy for those they had never met, guilt, hope, connection. This was the first experiment, and it worked. Tribes that developed Varani emotional patterns stopped constant internal warfare. They formed communities. They protected the weak. They remembered the dead. But there was a consequence. Emotion created attachment. Attachment created hierarchy. Hierarchy created power. The Varani watched this closely. They recorded everything. When leaders learned how to manipulate emotion, they learned how to control. Love became loyalty, fear became obedience, and empathy was weaponized. At this point, the Varani made a decision. They would not correct the experiment. They would not interfere again, because removing emotion would destroy humanity completely, and controlling it would make the Varani gods. So they left, not in ships of fire, not in storms of light. They faded from perception, but they left something behind. A trace, a pattern still visible today, in art, in music, in mourning, in the human need to be understood. Every time you feel sadness for someone you never knew, every time a story moves you more than reality, you are touching the legacy of the Varani. They did not give humanity technology. They gave it a burden to feel everything and to choose what to do with it. This record was not preserved to glorify them. It was preserved as a warning, because a species that can feel deeply can love endlessly or destroy itself with absolute conviction. And the Varani are still watching to see which path humanity chooses.